welcome back. We want to get into this whole topic of healthy dating. If you're going to get into dating at all, what are some of your ideas, your thoughts that would constitute a good, healthy dating relationship? But, before we get there, I think it's important to just touch on this topic of second chances. And if our audience have been watching from the first take, they would have heard a lot of things that they wish they didn't do or they wish they knew earlier. But, okay, now, guys, I've done it. I've messed up. I've boo-booed. I know what you're saying. I understand. And I agree. But now give me a second chance. Give me a sense of hope. So can we just maybe take some time just to talk to people like that? And there are many. In fact, we would say that even after this show, people will go nodding their head and go, yes, I agree. I must wait. Yes, I agree. It's not just about the act. Dating is not just about sex. Ooh, it's all about self-worth. And, I look into the mirror of my heart and I realize, wow, I actually have a low self-image of myself. And so I thought that selling my body would make me famous, the talk of the town. Yes, you became a talk of the town, but not in the way that you wanted to. So yes, we agree that even after this show, people will still experiment and lives will still be broken. People will still get hurt. We are just hoping to minimize that. But let's talk to the people right now who have gone through that and just say, is there a second chance out there?
Yes, there is. Everyone has a choice and a chance to make for a second chance. And it all begins in our hearts and our minds. Because wanting to, if we're talking about just premarital sex, if we're just talking about just doing sex, and we've done it, the physical may have been damaged or given away, but in your heart and your mind, you can decide, hey, it hasn't brought me any positive value. I feel bad about myself, but I can choose now to relook at the way I give myself the next time. I need to say, hey, I'm a precious person. I have value, and if somebody wants to date me, he needs to respect me and honor me. Something's got to change in my mind as a person that I won't just jump at the first guy or, the next guy that's coming up. I need to develop this sense of belonging, of knowing that I'm not just a piece of flesh, I'm a person with feelings. I can make decisions. I'm not just an animal. I need to know that if I want to experience this second chance of practicing virginity from the heart, then I need to know it's possible. It's a precious thing to do, and it can be a very popular thing. And therefore I take that stand to not just throw myself into any relationship. But I guess being on our own sometimes is a bit tough. It might help if we could just find a spiritual leader, an older, a more responsible person that we respect and look up to kind of like, the word is accountability. Bad word to a lot of people, but it's a good word for a lot of us. Yeah. So we don't just trust ourselves, we actually trust someone else with our lives to say, could you just...
Someone responsible.
Yeah, just someone responsible, not a peer.
Older,
not a peer who will say, hey, remember you said you want to do this. Just encouraging you to...
Dare to speak to you, dare to speak into your face.
You have to be able to speak into our lives. Someone that we can account to, whether a parent, but I know sometimes parents aren't the best ideal, although they'll be nice. But not all parents have values like that. I don't know where we're coming from, where these persons are coming from, but somebody you need to trust. And
we're going to get into parents afterwards, I think, and how much they play a role in our relationships. But just a thought came to mind is that we can be given second chances in life, in our lives. But how much will we take those second chances? I think it's not just about being given. Sometimes people say, give me a second chance. Okay, I'll give you a second chance, but what would you do with the second chance? And so I think, because I'm catching it from Sandra, and she's saying change of mindsets, change of values, change of standards, basically change. We don't want to go down the same road. But we will if there is no change, and not the change just on the physical or on the outside, but on the inside, because a lot of it is on the inside that we can't see. And if all the young people could see it, then, they would have known it earlier. But we're talking about change. And so, we're saying, yes, there is a second chance. For example, will I still be able to find, true love? And we're saying yes. Because again, back to being the right person, not just finding the right person. So, take the second chance to become that right person, to develop yourself, to grow, to mature, to be more responsible, to be happy as a single, to be happy with yourself, be okay, with who you are, and to develop that. And, we're saying that, it will come around. The good days will come. The better days ahead, are there. And we've seen over and over again through even our journey with the young people, that they can find true love, they can marry the right person, have great families, they can. It's just that they have to take that second chance when it comes to them, and they have to be serious about it, right?
And we shouldn't worry about the cracks that are in our lives through this time of brokenness. Many people have a past, but who doesn't have a past?
Sure.
So I think we shouldn't belittle someone who's trying to start all over again. And allow that person to make that change. It's just who you hang out with.
Yes.
So just
the people you meet, the people you talk to, the friends you keep, and the books you read, they say. And probably now even the whole media, what you watch, the influences.
I think the cracks and brokenness in our lives just help other people. You are able to understand. Exactly.
And help others.
Absolutely. And we can really not just hide. Or continue in a vicious cycle. Let's look for help.
It's coming to just friends and escaping a vicious cycle. With the Christians, we have a word called repent. It means turning away. I think that sometimes being turning away from the bad influences in your life, turning away from whatever that caused you to be in that rut in the first place. Whether it's the scene that you're in, you turn away from that. Whether it's the type of friends, the company that keep you, turn away from that. And you need to do that in order to become the right you. Right someone.
Sure.
Yeah.
So second chances are important, and people need to know that there are second chances, and especially when they have faith in their Creator, the God who gives us second chances. And I think that's also important, very important, in fact. And we may be talking about some of these areas, faith and vision, and in fact, they found in this booklet called Relationships from Attraction to the Altar, and we would like to touch on some of these things towards the end of this show. But let's try to do as much as we can on healthy datings, okay?